In my daughter's class group chat, a mother named Karen suddenly tagged me. I heard you sign Lily up for a $10,000 summer camp. Are you crazy? Wasting my son's money like that? That's enough for my family's living expenses for a whole year. I was baffled. I replied directly. Who are you? What business is it of yours? She immediately sent a voice message. I'm your daughter's future mother-in-law. She's going to marry my son. If you spend so recklessly on her now, how will they live in the future? You're ruining my son's life. Transfer all your family's money to me for safekeeping.
Right now.
Immediately. What a psycho. I gripped my phone and fired back. I don't even know you. My daughter is 5. If you keep spouting nonsense, I'll rip that mouth off your face. Seeing that I wasn't giving her any face, Karen cursed even harder. You cheap bitch. I'm reminding you out of kindness and you curse at me? Unbelievable. Just thinking about being in laws with someone like you makes me sick. I'm telling you, if you don't teach Lily correct spending habits now, my son will dump her later. Is she insane? What is she even talking about? I didn't know her, but I knew her son Kevin. He was the class bully. Every day, someone complained about him hitting or cursing at other kids. He even tried to pull girls' pants down. Lily told me once, he hugged her and kissed her face. I told her to stay away from him immediately. I thought only Kevin was weird, but it turns out his mother is even worse. I kept ranting in the group chat. I'm warning you, all your family's money belongs to my son in the future. You have no right to waste it. Cancel that $10,000 camp right now. Spending that much on a little girl is insane. Don't you know my family doesn't even turn on the AC to save money? Idiot. I dismissed her as a lunatic and ignored her. But she kept DMing me. I'm your in-law. Accept my request. I rejected it without hesitation. She tried again. You can't raise a child properly. I'll help you accept. I rejected again and blocked her. Left with no choice, she tagged me in the group again. Why are you so stubborn? Send me your address right now. I'm coming over to discipline my daughter-in-law. Before I could speak, other parents jumped in. Kevin's mom, what are you doing? The kids are in kindergarten. What's this about in-laws and daughters-in-law? Exactly. It's bizarre. They need you to educate their kid. Manage your own little devil first. Stop being a nuisance in the class. Seriously, how many complaints has he gotten? As a mother, you should reflect on yourself. Seeing everyone against her, Karen exploded. What do you idiots know? Last month my son kissed Lily's face.
She belongs to him now.
What's wrong with me disciplining and nurturing her in advance? Damn it. She was getting more ridiculous by the second. I privately messaged the teacher to kick her out, but it was summer break and the teacher was busy. Karen went even crazier, constantly tagging me. Location. Send me your location. I'm coming over right now to teach you a lesson. I'll teach you how to save and spend money properly. Other parents lined up to curse her. Psycho. Did you eat too many magic mushrooms? With your attitude, your son is destined to be single forever. Ignored them and kept demanding my address. Send the location now. I'm coming over to teach you correct values. Fine. Since this crazy woman insists on provoking me, I won't let her off easy. I have a huge German Shepherd at home. Why should I be afraid of her? She arrived fast and she brought her son Kevin. Through the surveillance camera, I saw the shock in their eyes as they stood at my gate. Karen excitedly told Kevin, son,
You have great taste.
you picked a super rich daughter-in-law for me. Look at this huge villa and garden. Must cost millions.
Good job, son.
Mommy's going to be a rich lady thanks to you. What an idiot. Rich lady? She's not even fit to be a rich family servant. The next second, she muttered to herself, wait, Lily goes to a public kindergarten with you? She can't be the young miss here. Mom must be a maid here.
Damn.
A maid's daughter going on a $10,000 camp. So wasteful. I must teach her a lesson. She shouted at the gate. Lily, come open the door for your boyfriend and mother-in-law. No manners at all. When your mother-in-law arrives, you should be kneeling to welcome her. Don't you know? So rude. I'll tell your boss and get your mom fired. No one answered. I wanted to see how long they could stand in the 104 degrees Fahrenheit heat. Sure enough, within 2 minutes they were sweating buckets. Kevin whined for ice cream. Karen told him, don't rush. Once we find your wife, you can have all the ice cream you want. She kept banging on the door, screaming, Lily, are you trying to kill us with heat? Let me tell you, my son is frail. If he gets heat stroke, you'll be a widow forever. I still ignored her. I signaled the bodyguard to bring out the German Shepherd. The dog panted, tongue lolling, staring at them like they were snacks. Kevin got scared.
Mom.
Let's go. That dog is scary. Karen was scared too, trembling. But she feigned courage and yelled at the bodyguard. We are Lily's in-laws, your maid's family. Open the gate immediately. I need to go in and educate Lily. The bodyguard, stone-faced,
Brought the dog.
closer. Karen stumbled back several steps. Are you deaf? If you don't let me in, call Lily and her maid. Mother out here. The dog's tongue was almost touching Karen's face. Kevin screamed and ran away. Karen had no choice but to chase after him. Finally, peace. I thought she just had a moment of madness. And it was over. Unexpectedly. Half an hour later, she tagged me in the group again. You batch, my son has a high fever from your boss's dog. Bring Lily over to apologize immediately. And take my son to the villa to recover. What kind of drugs is she on? Hilarious. Dismissed her as a psycho. And put it out of my mind to avoid ruining my mood. But just as I was happily packing with my daughter for the camp, the teacher called Lily's mom. Are you canceling Lily's enrollment?
Huh?
I was confused. No, we didn't cancel. We're packing right now. She sounded puzzled. Oh, we got a call from Lily's mother-in-law, saying to cancel and refund the money. We thought since you paid, the refund should go to you, not the grandmother. So we called to confirm. I laughed in anger. This mother-in-law must be Karen. The teachers didn't know. They thought mother-in-law meant grandmother.
She's really something.
Not only canceling, but wanting the refund for herself. Is her brain filled with pig noir? The camp went ahead as planned. Early in the morning, I took my daughter and luggage to the airport. So surprisingly, Karen and Kevin were there too. Karen looked at me, and Lily unkindly. She spoke coldly to my daughter. Lily,
I'm your mother-in-law.
when you see me, you should kneel and kowtow. Understand? That's manners. If your mom won't teach you, I will. Otherwise, you're not qualified to marry my son. Absolutely insane. I stepped in front of my daughter and slapped her hard. If you can't speak human, shut your mouth and be mute. Get lost. Slapped by me? She widened her eyes. You dare hit me? Who do you think you are? One slap wasn't enough. I gave her another one. So what if I hit a psycho like you? This enraged her. She lunged at me, claws out. But before she could reach me, the camp teacher pulled her away. The teacher said patiently, Parent, let's talk nicely. No violence, please. Karen exploded. Talk nicely. No violence. Are you blind? Didn't you see her hit me first? Didn't you see her slap me twice? You biased bitch. You're garbage too. She finished by slapping the teacher. The young teacher had never seen such a shrew. She covered her face, eyes red,
Tears falling.
Karen put her hands on her hips and lectured her. This is our family matter. Who asked you to interfere? You deserved it. Learn a lesson. Mind your own business. The teacher, furious, called the police. Things just got more interesting. The airport terminal went silent, save for the echoing sound of the slap. The young teacher, Miss Chun, stood stunned, tears streaming down her face. Karen, however, didn't stop. She looked at the gathering crowd, not with shame, but with righteous indignation. She pointed a trembling finger at the teacher, and then at me.
See?
This is what happens when the lower class forgets their place. Karen screeched, adjusting her disheveled collar. This maid struck me, and this teacher is helping her. I am the mother-in-law. I have the right to discipline them. Police, someone shouted. 2 airport security officers, followed closely by local police, pushed through the crowd. What is going on here? The officer barked. Karen immediately threw herself onto the floor, wailing. Officer, help. These 2 women, they assaulted me. I'm just a concerned grandmother trying to save my money from being wasted. I stepped forward, my face cold. Officer, this woman assaulted the teacher. There are cameras everywhere, and she is harassing my daughter. Kevin, seeing his mother on the floor, decided this was the perfect time to throw a tantrum. He threw his body against the check-in counter, kicking a bystander's luggage. I want ice cream. Mom, you said if I came I get ice cream. I want to kiss Lily. Where is Lily? He lunged toward my daughter. I didn't even have to move. The security guard intercepted the boy, holding him back by his backpack. Let go of my son. Karen sprang up like a zombie reanimated. Don't touch the future heir. The police officer lost his patience. Ma'am, you struck a citizen. We have witnesses. You're coming with us. You can't arrest me. I need to get my refund. That $10,000 is mine. Karen screamed as they handcuffed her. She turned to me, eyes bulging. You tell your boss. Tell the owner of that villa that his maid is stealing his money. I'll have you fired. I'll have you begging on the street. As they dragged her away, she was still shouting about dowries and betrothals. I turned to Miss Chun, handing her a tissue.
I'm so sorry.
Are you okay? The teacher wiped her eyes, nodding bravely. I'm pressing charges. She can't treat people like this. I'll pay for your lawyer, I said calmly. And I'll make sure she never gets near the school again. We boarded the plane. But I knew this wasn't over. Karen wasn't just mean, she was clinically delusional. And she believed one crucial lie that was about to be her undoing. She still thought I was the maid. While Lily and I enjoyed a peaceful 2 weeks at the luxury summer camp, horseback riding, painting, and enjoying the lack of psychopaths, Karen was busy digging her own grave. I had my assistant back home monitor the situation. Karen had been released on bail the next day. The moment she got out, she didn't reflect on her actions. Instead, she went to war. Since I had blocked her, she couldn't harass me directly. So she went to the source. Or rather, the source she imagined existed. She marched to my villa, dragging a reluctant Kevin with her. She stood at the intercom gate, pressing the buzzer incessantly. "Hello? Hello? Master of the house," she screamed into the camera. "I need to speak to you. It is urgent. Your maid is embezzling your fortune." My head housekeeper, Mrs. Higgins, a stern woman who had been with my family for decades, answered. "Who is this? Why are you screaming?" "I am Kevin's mother, the future in-law of this estate." Karen puffed her chest out. "I know the truth. That woman who lives here, the one with the little girl, she's just a servant, right? She stole $10,000 to send her brat to camp. You need to let me in. I will help you manage the accounts." Mrs. Higgins, who I had briefed on the phone, played along perfectly. "Is that so?" Mrs. Higgins said, her voice dripping with mock concern. "That is a serious accusation."
Yes.
"Yes." Karen's eyes lit up. "She's spending my son's future inheritance. Open the gate. I need to inspect the property to ensure no other items were stolen." "I cannot let you in," Mrs. Higgins said. "But the madam is returning from her trip in 2 days. If you have a grievance, come back then." "Madam?" Karen paused. "Oh, the master has a wife?"
Perfect.
"Even better. A wife won't stand for a maid acting like a mistress. Listen to me, that maid is trying to seduce the master. She's using her daughter to get close to him." Mrs. Higgins had to mute the mic to laugh. "Come back in 2 days. We will settle this." Karen left, triumphant. She told the neighbors, who all thought she was insane, that she was about to become the financial advisor for the villa owner. The day we returned, the air was humid and thick. I didn't drive my usual SUV. I had my driver pick us up in the Rolls-Royce Phantom. I wanted Karen to see clearly. As we pulled up to the gate, Karen was there. She had actually set up a folding chair and a small cooler. Kevin was throwing rocks at my expensive wrought iron fence. When the Rolls-Royce approached, Karen jumped up, smoothing her dress. She expected a fat, old businessman to step out. The driver opened the back door. I stepped out, wearing oversized sunglasses and a bespoke silk dress. Lily hopped out after me, holding a limited edition doll. Karen froze. Her brain tried to process the image. "You," Karen stammered. "Why are you in the master's car? Did you seduce the driver too? You shameless slut." She rushed forward, ignoring the bodyguard who stepped in her path. "Where is the master? I need to tell him you're spending his money on luxury cars." I took off my sunglasses and looked at her with pity. "Karen, are you truly this stupid? Or do you just choose to be blind?"
What?
"There is no master," I said, gesturing to the massive estate behind me. "The deed is in my name. The cars are in my name. The money is mine. I am not the maid. I am the owner." Karen blinked.
Once. Twice.
Silence stretched for 10 seconds. I expected her to crumble. I expected shame. But I underestimated the power of pure, unadulterated greed. A slow, twisted smile spread across Karen's face. Her eyes didn't show fear, they showed dollar signs. "You?" she gasped, her voice trembling with excitement. "You're the rich one? It's all you?"
Yes.
"Now get off my property." "Oh my God." Karen clapped her hands, grabbed Kevin, and shoved him toward me. "Kevin, look. Your wife is even richer than we thought. Son, you hit the jackpot." She looked at me, her expression shifting from hostility to a sickening, fawning familial warmth. "Oh, my dear-in-law, why didn't you say so? We've had such a misunderstanding. If I knew you were the wealthy one, I wouldn't have worried about the spending. Of course, you can spend money on Lily. She's bringing it all into our family anyway." My jaw dropped. The audacity was astronomical. "Are you deaf?" I asked. "I despise you. My daughter will never go near your son." Karen waved her hand dismissively. "Oh, stop playing hard to get. Look at Kevin. He's a strong boy. He will give you grandchildren.
We're family now.
Since you have so much space, Kevin and I will move in today. It's better for the children to bond." She actually grabbed a suitcase she had hidden behind the bushes. "Open the gate. Grandma is home." I looked at the bodyguard. "Throw them out." "Wait," Karen screeched as the bodyguard grabbed her arm. "You can't do this." My son kissed her. In our tradition, that means they are engaged. You can't break a betrothal. I'll sue you for breach of promise.
Kevin, she yelled.
Run inside. Go to your room. Once you're in, they can't kick you out. Squatters' rights. Kevin, confused but obedient to his mother's lunacy, tried to squeeze through the bars of the gate. Zeus, I called out. From the garden, my German shepherd came thundering toward the gate. He didn't bark, he just growled, a low rumble that vibrated in the chest. Kevin shrieked, wetting his pants instantly, and scrambled back. Get out, I said softly. If I see you again, I won't just call the police. I'll destroy you. Karen didn't move in, but she didn't give up. Realizing she couldn't charm her way in, she decided to destroy my reputation to force me into submission. She took to social media. She posted videos on TikTok and Facebook, crying crocodile tears. Rich bully hits poor grandmother. My son was promised a bride, and the wealthy family reneged because we are poor. Heartless billionaire abuses, single mother. Because the internet is a cesspool, some people actually believed her. They saw her edited photos of bruises, which she probably gave herself, and started doxing me. I started getting hate mail. How dare you look down on the poor? Let the kids be together. I didn't panic. I had money, and I had lawyers. I hired a private investigator. It didn't take long to find the dirt on Karen. She wasn't just a crazy mom. She was a professional scammer. She had done this before, trying to force her way into an elderly neighbor's will, claiming Kevin was the man's spiritual grandson. She had unpaid debts everywhere. She had been fired from 3 jobs for theft. I compiled everything. The video of her slapping the teacher. The airport footage. The footage from my gate where she admitted she only wanted the money. I posted it all. Unedited. The internet tide turned overnight. OMG, that woman is a psycho. She literally said jackpot about a 5-year-old girl. Save Lily. The school finally took action. With the police report from the airport and the public outcry, Kevin was expelled. Cornered, humiliated, and broke, Karen snapped completely. It was a rainy Tuesday. I was picking Lily up from her new private school. I had transferred her to avoid any lingering drama. But Karen had followed us. As we walked to the car, a rusted van screeched to a halt. The side door slid open. Karen jumped out, wielding a box cutter. She looked deranged. Her hair was matted, her eyes wild. You ruined everything, she screamed. You ruined my son's future. If I can't have the money, nobody can. She didn't lunge at me. She lunged at Lily. Kevin, get her, she yelled at the van. Kevin was inside, crying, holding a rope. Mom, I don't want to. Do it. I didn't wait. The moment she moved toward Lily, the rich lady persona vanished. The mother bear took over. I swung my heavy designer handbag, filled with a laptop and a metal water bottle, with the force of a wrecking ball. It connected squarely with Karen's face. Crack. She went down like a sack of potatoes, the box cutter skittering across the wet pavement. Blood poured from her nose. She tried to crawl up. You owe me. I stepped on her hand, applying pressure until she screamed. You touch my daughter. I hissed. And I will bury you. My driver had already tackled the van driver, some shady guy Karen had likely hired. Police sirens wailed in the distance. I had pressed the panic button on my phone the second the van appeared. The trial was swift. Karen's antics didn't work in a courtroom. She tried to fire her public defender. She tried to claim the judge was seduced by my money. She even tried to claim Lily was secretly her biological granddaughter switched at birth. The judge, a stern woman with zero patience for nonsense, sentenced Karen to 10 years for attempted kidnapping, assault with a deadly weapon, and extortion. Kevin, it turned out, was also a victim of his mother's poisoning influence. He was placed in foster care with a strict but kind family in another state. Without Karen whispering in his ear, the report said he was slowly unlearning the hate, though he had a long road ahead. 6 months later, the villa was peaceful. We were having a barbecue in the garden. Zeus was chasing a frisbee. Lily ran up to me, holding a flower. Mommy, look. It's beautiful, baby. My phone buzzed. It was a notification from the prison system, a standard update for victims. Karen had been denied early parole. Apparently, she had tried to tell the warden that she was his future mother-in-law and demanded he transfer his retirement fund to her. I laughed, locked the phone, and tossed it on the table.
Who was that?
Lily asked. Nobody, I smiled, smoothing her hair. Just a bad dream that's finally over. We ate ice cream, premium, expensive ice cream, and didn't share a single bite with anyone who didn't deserve it.